So the Panthers pretty much revamped their defensive line, especially with the move that they made when they got rid of Brian Burns and traded him to the New York Giants. But they made some moves in free agency. The latest was Jadaveon Clowney, but they also added A'Shawn Robinson to play defensive line, a run stopper, and DJ Wonnum, who they called an ascending pass rusher. So in today's video, I'm going to go into some film on each of these three guys just to take a look at how this new Panthers defensive line will look going into the 2024 season. We have all that and more, and we're starting right now. What up, though? It's Aaron Duck here with the necessary bluntness sports talk, bringing you another Panthers video in the film room. Breakdowns in the all season are always something special because they don't come as frequent as during the season, but this is a special one. As free agency has kind of calmed down, we have to kind of assess where we are as a group before we go into the draft. So I want to deep dive into this group. Let's start with DJ Wonnum, because DJ Wonnum was the first guy that we brought in the effort to replace Brian Burns. Now, DJ Wonnum had 8 sacks himself last year, and more people would compare that to the 8 sacks that Brian Burns had and said that, hey, we're getting the same production for a fraction of the price without having to pay $30 million. Unfortunately, I'm here to tell you that all sacks aren't created equal. Now, I do think that DJ Wonnum can do a little bit more things, and I like the type of player he is, but we're going to show you in this film that he's a very solid player that plays in the scheme, very athletic, has great size. I like what he can do in this system, but in terms of how he gets home, it's a little bit different side of an attack and compared to Brian Burns. Like I said, he has the 8 sacks, so you really can't deny that, but how they come, that's what we're going to take a look at. Because coming from that Minnesota Brian Flores scheme, we know when we played them, they scheme up. They like to walk everybody up to the line of scrimmage. They like to blitz a lot of guys. They'll drop a lot of guys in the coverage, cause a lot of confusion for the offensive line. That way, guys get some free runs, free blitzes. They do twists and stunts to free up guys that way as well. Just a scheme to create havoc and create pressure for the quarterback and the offensive line. So I think DJ Wonnum benefited a lot from that. Now, that is not the style that, of course, Ejiro Evero runs, so it will be a little bit of an adjustment there, but you kind of gamble on him being a low-cost, younger player who has 4 years in the league that has some productive years in his past, being able to continue to build on his pass rushing ability. Like I said, he has the traits. He played good in the system. Can he come into this system and play well? We'll find out, but let's go ahead and look at some clips from him. All right, so DJ Wonnum is going to be lined up to the left right here, and this is going against a backup left tackle, so they tried to give this tackle help. They put A.J. Dillon here at the left wing right here. They try to give a little chip, and this is going to be what DJ Wonnum does with the way he attacks. It's going to be effort and high motor. So right here, he's going to try to get chipped. He's going to work through the chip to avoid the chip. He's going to work through and beat the tackle with a hand swipe and get home on Jordan Love. Let's watch him go to work. Swims that guy, swipes the hands, gets home on Jordan Love. High effort individual. We're watching from the other angle just to see how he works here. He's going to be lined up on the right this time, of course, and just watch. Avoids that one. Still working. Swipes the hand away. Look at that hand swipe. He tries to punch him. Swipe the hand away. Now finish. Get home. Close to the quarterback. Finish at home. Good work by DJ Wonnum. Like I said, high effort individual is his style of play. High motor, high effort. Love these combination of moves and not giving up and getting home. All right, let's see Wonnum work here on the right side of your screen. He's going to be coming off here, and this time it's going to be a stunt. He's going to wrap around, and like I said, look at what Brian Flores does. He has 5 guys lined up here. You have an outside linebacker here, inside linebacker Ivan Pace lined up on the outside left. You got Danielle Hunter, who's an edge rusher, lined up over the center, and you have 2 guys down with their hands. Most of the guys are standing up except pretty much one. And this just creates confusion. And the twist here is going to give DJ Wonnum a nice alley to be able to get home through the middle. He's going to twist and loop around. Like I said, the scheme is really what helped DJ Wonnum a lot playing under Brian Flores. And like I said, that confusion that it causes. And look, Danielle Hunter comes inside, and that creates an opening for Wonnum to come around and get home and pick up the sack there big time, a free run. Like I said, these are guys that benefited from the system. You can see it from this angle. Look what the offensive lineman has to see. 5 guys up front. You have 2 edge rushers, one lined up in the middle, another one to the left. And you have all these other guys lurking around. These linemen do not know who's coming from where, and that's going to cause confusion. And Danielle Hunter executes this perfectly. He's going to slant to the left, and once he slants, one guy leaves, another guy's coming, and that means DJ Wonnum is coming around the corner. And the fact that Danielle Hunter went inside, It forces the quarterback to flush, and Wonnum's there to clean it up. He gets that cleanup sack here. Just like I said, it's not created equal compared to him just lining up and beating guys, but he's still getting home with time, effort, running the system, executing stunts correctly, running with a lot of running with a hot motor, and just getting home. Like I said, all sacks aren't created equal. Sometimes when you play in this type of system, more confusion. Look at, there's 6 guys lined up. They only have 5 to block. The math ain't mathing right now. And sometimes you get free ones just like this, where you just come free, and all you gotta do is don't miss. The line slides to the right because they don't believe that everybody's coming. When everybody does come, there ends up being more guys blitzing than they have to block. And the guy that doesn't get blocked is DJ Wonnum. So you rack that up for him. That's a free one. That's a free sack. That's the easiest sack you're gonna get. Quarterback's blind sides, not looking. Like I said, the whole offensive line slants away from you. All you gotta do is just don't miss a layup. Unless the quarterback has eyes in the back of the head, that's a free one. Once again, this is the example that all sacks aren't created equal. This is gonna get a cheap one. He's gonna keep working. I love the effort. I love the pursuit, fighting through the double team. Joy Love trips and falls over his, I don't know who, but then DJ Wonnum's the first one there to claim the sack. Sometimes you get some cheap ones, man. Like I said, he got 8 sacks on the season, but all of them are not created equal. He did work for this one, but it was a free one. It was anybody's ball game. Who's gonna get that? Like I said, when you say that, you're replacing Brian Burns' 8 sacks with cheap 8 sacks. This is what you get kind of sometimes when you talk about a cheap 8 sacks. No shade, but all sacks aren't created equal. Last one here, I just want to show off DJ Wonnum's power. He's going to be lined up on the left again. Like I said, showing again 7 guys at the line of scrimmage. Brian Flores is a madman, but you're going to see him just bull rush. You try to block it with a tight end. He's going to press him into the quarterback, force an errant throw. That's just good power, speed to power. Coming from out there, a tight end try to block him. He's going to get that full extension. Look at that full extension. Walks him back into the quarterback's lap. Quarterback can't do anything but get rid of it, man. High motor, high effort, strength, power. Like I said, he got a couple cheap sacks, so he's going to have to earn more in this system probably, because Brian Flores is not going to line up 7 men in the line of scrimmage like this all the time and let him just work. But DJ Wonnum is a guy that they gambled on being they called him a rising pass rusher, you know what I'm saying, ascending pass rusher. So hopefully he can continue to build on what he's done thus far in his career and be productive for the Panthers. And I'm not really here to bash on DJ Wonnum. I think he has a lot of potential. He's still, like I said, still young. Once he gets a little bit more coaching from our outside linebacking group and gets a lot more snaps and opportunities, he'll be able to do some things in this system. We need to figure out what Ejiro is going to do with the system as well. He's strong against the run, so I think they like that from him as well. Just a good player as a good cheap upside option for this group. So I'm really not mad at the signing of DJ Wonnum. I'm really excited about his potential. Next, let's go to A'Shawn Robinson. Now, A'Shawn Robinson is a guy that we picked up in free agency. He was formerly of the New York Giants and former 2nd round pick, that's been in the league for a little bit, but this guy is a run stopper. He's good at holding his gap. He's good at not getting pushed around at the point of attack. He has experience in this Ejiro Evero system. Now, the good thing about playing inside, which where he will play, he won't play that nose guard. He'll play that 5 technique, kind of what Derek Brown does, where you're going to be head up to the guard, to the tackle sometimes. Sometimes you'll be in that 3 tech sliding down a little bit inside, just moving up and down the line of scrimmage, depending on the front that we decide to run. Now, A'Shawn Robinson, his specialty is stopping the run. He does not bring a ton in the pass rushing game. Only had 9 pressures last year, but he is a good, solid run defender. He's good at doing the gap and a half, you know what I'm saying, a stack and shed technique that is very popular for Ejiro Evero. Now, stacking shed means that you pretty much hit the blocker, stack him up, as in you get control of him, get your arms fully extended. While you're doing that, peek around to see where the running back is going, and then you attack. I talked about it before in my Derek Brown video. Instead of attacking and then figuring out and reacting, you react to what the play is going to do, and once the play happens, you attack. So let's go ahead and look at a couple clips of him stacking and shedding and reacting, then attacking. A'Shawn's going to be over here to the left side of the formation, lined up, head up with the tackle. Like I said, playing that 5 technique similar to what Derek Brown does in this defense. And watch this, he's going to get off of this block. They're going to run his way, and at the point of attack, look, he has this guy stirred up. He doesn't get full extension, but he just gets him off of him. Watch him use that arm over. Pretty much fills the gap here. Perfect technique. Arm over, running away. Boom. Get him down to the ground. This dude's big, man. Big on take. Tackles. Too strong for the tackle. Easily gets rid of him. Makes the play. This is what we want up front. We want our D lineman being able to make plays. Watch it from behind right here. You want our D lineman being able to make plays quick. Hands, look at it. He sees it, diagnose, read it, react, then attack, and make the play. Textbook. This time he's going to run out to the right side of the formation, but they're going to run away from him. And just watch how he works laterally, keeps the guy off him. I diagnoses the play. Like I said, reacts, sees it, reacts, now attack. And make the play on it from backside, pulling them down. Great play at the line of scrimmage. Looks like I probably say the TFL. Maybe minimal gain if not, but I just love the technique from him on that. We can watch it from the other side of the formation. Watch him work laterally as they run away from him. Like I said, he reacts, then attacks. Reacts to the play. He reacts to them down blocking and going zone. Now he knows it's going away from him. Diagnoses it. Now make a play. Textbook. This is textbook technique right here from the Ejiro Evero system, that gap and a half system, where you're going to work and stay in your gap, but you have that half a gap, and that way you keep your man free. Look, he plays this side right here on the right side of the formation. They're going to toss and run this way. They kind of got some kind of weak double team, but he's able to be strong enough to play through it, get rid of both blockers, comes back. When the cutback happens, he's there waiting for it. Boom. He's flowing with the play. That way he can still fight across. But once he sees that cutback coming, gets rid of the block, makes the play, hems him up. We've seen that type of play from our D lineman against the Saints. Derrick Brown did something like that. But he ragdolled him to the ground. Watch. He sees it, attacked. He even takes up 2 blockers. He grabs this guy so he can't get to the next level. But then he cuts back, makes the play on Kamara, hems him up. No, sir. Minimal gain. All right, one more from A'Shawn. He's going to be getting the running game again. They're going to run his way this time, and watch, head up with the tackle again. Watch how he gets it. Look at him. Watch his head. Watch him peep around the corner. He reacts, then attacks, makes the play. But watch his head. You got to watch their heads on these plays. That's how you know when they're reading the running play from the other side. I'll do it from this angle. Boom. He attacks the guy head up, takes control of the blocker. You can see that little head peep right there. Look at that head peep to diagnose the play. Now get off of it and make the play at the line of scrimmage. That's quickness. That is quickness. Watch it one more time from here. You can see his head peeping through the window, control the blocker, peep through the window to see where the play is going. Now react and attack. That's textbook run technique in this formation. I love A'Shawn Robinson and what he has potential to do. Pairing him and Derrick Brown to be head up over these tackles and these 5 techniques is going to be awesome for our run defense. But doing work against the New Orleans Saints is going to be enough to get me excited, and I love what he brings in that running game. I do expect us to probably go after another edge rusher or maybe an interior rusher in the draft. That way we have somebody to rotate with A'Shawn, because pass rush is not really his specialty, but being able to generate interior pressure will be something that I think will really, really help this defense and really free up other guys on the edge that we try to kind of get a pass rush by committee group. That's why I proposed a guy like Darius Robinson, who can play the edge on early downs. And if you want to kick him inside, you can have Wonnum on the outside, Clowney on the outside, then Derrick Brown, and then Darius Robinson. If you want to go a 4-man front, if you want to go a 5-man front, you can throw another nose guard in there, a Shy Tuttle, or somebody to head up in the middle. But having a guy like Darius Robinson allows you to have that kind of flexibility to bring him in on pass rushing downs, kick him inside, take out A'Shawn, and you can really cause some havoc up front. I really think that they will be answering the pass rush interior wise in the draft, but he is a guy that I think is going to bring a lot in the running game for us with A'Shawn Robinson, and I really, really like that, because last year the running game was not great, and so being able to start up front and get it right is the proper way to go, because this system is that bend but don't break. We have heavier on the front, but a little bit lighter in the box in terms of linebackers, and it's a lot of pressure on the defensive line to make plays in the running game, and I think we need to get more guys best suited for the system, and A'Shawn Robinson is exactly what the doctor ordered. The last but not least, the prize jewel of free agency, and that is Jadeveon Clowney. Now, Jadeveon Clowney was recently brought in, and he had coming off a season where he had 9.5 sacks, one of his best seasons of his career, and even at the age of 31, he was still getting at it. Now, of course, Jadeveon Clowney did not play a full complement of snaps with the Baltimore Ravens, only played about 56 56.5% snaps compared to according to lineups.com. And that tells me that Jadeveon Clowney is going to be in a rotation. That also tells me that the Panthers are going to need to find somebody to play more downs and rotate with Jadeveon Clowney. That way he stays fresh. You bring Jadeveon Clowney on guaranteed pass rush scenarios and other early down scenarios where you know they're behind the sticks, you're going to let him thrive. If you try to put him on a down by down basis with a guy that has some injuries in his past, you may not get everything you want out of Jadeveon. So, like I said, even playing 56.5% of the snaps in Baltimore, he was still very productive. So I think keeping him around that 60, potentially 65 at the most spot is probably the best way to go for Jadeveon. Because even looking at the math, the 56.5% of the snaps he played between pass rush and run defense, 75% of those snaps that he played were pass rush scenarios. So you know what he come here to do. He can stop the run. I have no doubt about him playing the run. He's even confident about himself saying people don't run his way, but I still think that you brought him in here to get after the quarterback. So keeping him fresh and rotating him will be the best way to go. So Jadeveon Clowney still has tremendous power, and right here he's going to do the speed, the power right here. He's going to come out from that wide, find that wide rush angle, but watch him just continue to push the tackle back to the quarterback, and then shed the block, fight through that, get home, man. That's a quick sack here on Brock Purdy. Watch him work again. Just come up, puts those two hands inside. He has good length and still good power. Look how low he is with his leverage. Knocks the tackle off balance and then tries to split here to get inside on him with Brock Purdy not having nowhere to go. Ends up getting him home, man. Good speed to power here by Jadeveon. Like you said, a lot of his game is that burst off the line, speed to power. Put those hands in the chest. Look at that. Put those hands, boom. He got his hands inside first before the tackle can get his up. And whoever gets that in the low man, boom, gets him down to the ground. And he's not going to get a sack right here, but I just want to show you the power that he shows right here. This guy is, watch the impact he comes with, because they try to put a tight end on his side to give him some help, make him come from a wider angle, but that just gives him more momentum to crash into this guy and just steamroll him. He doesn't get the sack, but that sends a message to the guy. When you bring that much power and force, look how he shoots his hands. Shoots his hands at that helmet. Look at the impact. Boom. Drops those hips right before he gets into this guy. He just lays him out. Tremendous power to be able to push the pocket and collapse the pocket. You want to try to block him with a tight end. He's going to be lined up here on the left. They're going to try to put him with the tight end, but bring the back as well. He's just going to continue working, man. Just the tenacity, the force he plays with, beats the guy inside. Look, sets him up outside, jabs that left foot. Look at him jab that left foot into the ground. Boom, comes inside once he oversets that tight end, comes back inside, sees the back coming, back tries to chip him, he beats through the back, flushes him out of the pocket, and forces a long play by Gardner Minshew to just go crazy. But watch Jadeveon Clowney on this play again from the other side, watch the other angle. Sets it wide upfield to make sure and makes the tackle, tight end, open the gate. Boom, it cuts back inside of him. Running back's coming. Running back don't want nothing either. He knocks him off balance, flushes Gardner Minshew, and just pretty much does his job. There should be somebody there to clean up, but this is a tremendous play by Jadeveon. Lost a little bit of a contain, and maybe you want 49, whoever's looping around, to come and make the play, but he went too far inside. But Jadeveon did his job. He flushed him. 48, I don't know, he kind of cheated inside once he saw Gardner retreating. But boom, come back, cut across. The tenacity, the motor, the effort. Like I said, he played 56.5% of the snaps. It kept them fresh. So this is going to be in garbage time here when obvious pass scenarios. Obviously, if Sam Darnold's in the game here at quarterback, you know it's garbage time. The Ravens did a good job defensively all night, but Jadeveon Clowney is going to show that he's not just a power rusher. He can still run the hoop and bend that corner here. He's going to get home here on on Sam Darnold. And you can see, once they motion out, he's going to come upfield and use that rip move. Look, he puts that arm. Watch the hand placement. The outside arm goes on this guy's shoulder, and then he rips through to beat him around the corner. Look, once you pull him through like that, you just pretty much run the hoop. Run the hoop after that and get him down. Good job by Jadeveon here, man. Like, getting upfield, reaching. Watch that hand placement. The hand placement. He grabs him on the shoulder pad and pulls him through and rips through. Gets home on the quarterback. Doesn't even see it coming. The cavalry's coming to help clean it up for you. Watch it from the other angle just to see. But you can see the hand placement, the hand technique, he's more of a technician now, man. He's not just raw power and freak athlete. He still got that, but look, you can see him grab that outside shoulder, rip through, run the hoop, get home and get Sam on the ground, man. Like, Jadeveon Clowney has some polish and some finesse to his game, man. You can see him put it all together, man. 31 years old, he's definitely a vet. Still has that athleticism, but he's been able to add to it with technique like this, hand placement like this, and still able to get home and be productive. And last play, I just want to show the motor, because he's not just a pass rusher. He can play the run when you need to, but like I said, I would like to put him in ideally in pass rush scenarios, but here he's going to still be able to get after it in the running game, and he's pretty much going to run this down from backside. They're going to try to run stretch away and cut him off with a receiver. Michael Pittman do not want none of that. But watch him come down the line of scrimmage. Running back tries to bounce to get away. Over pursues and he slips the tackle, but the cavalry is there. I mean, it's a hell of a run by the guy. But Jadeveon still is there to get hands on him initially. Coming from backside, just high effort. So I know some people back earlier in Jadeveon's career, they would like to question his effort, question how hard he played. This is effort. Coming from all the way to the opposite side of the line of scrimmage, that's effort. That's effort. Like I said, doesn't fully make the play. It was slippery. This is a rain game, but this is effort. This is effort. You love to see that, man. You love to see that. Jadeveon Clowney still very much so has juice left. Obviously playing around good players in Baltimore, playing under a good defensive coordinator also helped a lot, but I think Carolina has decent players as well and a good defensive coordinator, so I do expect good things from Jadaveon Clowney this season if they put him in the proper position to succeed. I really think that Jadaveon Clowney can be an anchor for our D-line and be a great leader. But I still think that drafting an edge rusher and drafting an interior rusher, like I said, a guy like Darius Robinson comes to mind for me, is the proper way to go. That way you get flexibility to rotate all these guys. Everybody's fresh. The young guy can kind of learn from behind Jadeveon and along the way with Jadeveon while playing a good amount of snaps. And then we can kind of go from there and keep everybody fresh. That way you have the answers for every scenario, whether it's pass or run. But regardless, the defensive line, we have a lot more variety here. It's going to be a lot more spread out in terms of a platoon approach and getting after the quarterback, not so much concentrated on Brian Burns, who was sometimes taken out of the game because he was our only pass rusher. This time around, Jadaveon Clowney is going to get a lot of attention. Wonnum is going to get a little bit of attention. Derrick Brown's going to get some inside. So hopefully everybody can feed off and benefit from each other. It's a more spread out attack, and that hopefully gives more production, whether it's the pass game or the run game. Regardless, I'm super excited about this D-line. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments about how the personnel is looking, what you thought about the film breakdown, what guy sticks out to you on tape in terms of who is going to be this guy to anchor this defensive line. I want to get you guys' thoughts down below. But without further ado, my name is Aaron Duncan signing off. I'll see you next time. Peace.